Here's Archie's Travels, Chapter 22, called Outside. When they went outside, Dolly's parents were waiting for her arm in arm. Have you had a good day? They asked. Fantastic, said Dolly, and they looked at Archie with his tongue panting out, and they laughed. Time to go, they said. Can I keep him? Dolly asked excitedly. It didn't take them long to say yes, and they got back in the car and set off home. Archie had such an exciting day that he fell asleep quickly. When he woke, they had pulled up to their place, and they went inside carrying bags of shopping. Archie followed with his tail wagging. I've something to show you, Dolly said, as her parents, Jack and Wendy, exchanged smiles. Archie was led round the back of the comfortable-looking bungalow, where he came to a white wooden dog kennel. It had another dog's name on it, but he was ushered inside. His paws padded onto the thick green carpet. It was a luxury that he's never known. This is your home now, Dolly said, with a big white smile. Archie sat down and he lapped at the water from the big silver bowl, and he'd never been so content and cared for. There was room to lay down and room to move round. Dolly took the brass plaque off the front to be replaced by the name Archie. Dolly's last pet dog, Bella, had sadly passed away, and Dolly had been heartbroken and inconsolable, but now Archie had saved her, as she had saved him. Later that evening he looked out at the stars twinkling and he felt like they were shining for him. Archie's thoughts turned to Peter the pig, but he didn't let the melancholy overwhelm him. I did it, he said, and as he looked up at the stars he felt sure that Peter the pig was looking down at him and smiling. The next morning he was woken by Dolly's smiling face and Pedigree Chum, his favourite. And then she walked him round the neighbourhood and loved seeing the well-kept lawns and flowers. It was something that he wasn't used to, and it was quiet and peaceful, except for the sound of the buzzing of the bees and the water sprinkling over the lawns. Archie wasn't used to such peace and quiet. He had been used to shouting and chaos. It was a good sign. Then he saw a black cat jump over the top of a wooden fence and stay there, but he had no inclination to chase after it. Dolly was pointing out who lived where and what they did for a living. It was a lot for Archie to remember, but he didn't mind. They got further out of the town until they came to a wooded area. This is good for tramping around in, Dolly said happily. Archie loved the crisp softness of the autumn leaves under his feet, and he ran around without a care in the world. They walked over logs and pushed their way through, and soon they were in the middle of a wood. A squirrel delighted Dolly by running down the tree and then giving them a quizzical look, and then darting back up it again. Archie barked excitedly, and then he startled a flock of crows, which took off into the sky like black umbrellas. There was a rushing sound in the distance, and it didn't take them long to come across a rippling stream. Archie was thirsty, and he lapped at the water, and he ran round looking at his reflection and jumping up in the air. Dolly rolled up her jeans. She was determined to get across safely, and she put one foot on the logs, which lay across like a natural but wobbly stepping stone.